FlossTube, it's Chrissy, finally a farm girl. This is my FlossTube channel. It is FlossTube episode 63 and it is October 1st today, Saturday, October 1st today. I am recording one day early and I will get to the reason why in just a minute. I have my windows open, the sliders open, so if you hear some things, it is the outside coming in and it's just so nice here. If you are new to my channel, thank you so much. I hope that you'll enjoy yourself and you will like and subscribe. It's always just such a blessing to meet new people, read your comments every week. And last week and the week before were really fun comments. Okay, and if you are returning, well, welcome. You are all my friends, and it is a very, to me, unique community, and it is very hard to explain until you go through something specific, and that was kind of this past week. And I'm including Instagram in this stitching community, but this past week, I live in Florida, and anywhere around the world, you will know that Hurricane Ian paid a visit. Hurricanes are not new to me. I've been a Floridian for over 20 years. Both my husband and I, Randy, have been through a pretty significant one when we first bought the farm. That was Hurricane Irma, and it wreaked havoc on us, and we were in a new home, and we're new to farming, so we were very well prepared for this one. And over the years, you start to know what you need and what to do and when to get it and not to wait around. And so I am incredibly blessed and thankful that we were not impacted, with the exception of heavy rain and high winds, at all by Hurricane Ian. Every one of my family members and friends are safe, and that just, it is a little hard to watch the news because you watch it for so long, and then after, to watch the struggles, you know, it's not easy. You sometimes have a little bit, reality for me is sometimes I feel a little guilty. I feel if I'm not impacted and I'm watching those with significant devastation, it's a hard thing to explain. The only thing that I know eventually is that there is no place in Florida where you are free, guaranteed a free zone from hurricanes. I've had many people ask that. Is there a place I can live in Florida? No, to me, and that's my opinion, because it travels, it can move, it can increase in speed, and I know you are probably educated, but you know, so really you do pay a lot of attention to what they're forecasting, and other than that, you know, you get out there early and prepared. Do I have funny stories from hurricanes? Yes. Have I evacuated? Many times. Have I pulled camper trailers and found beautiful locations? Yes. I mean, I've evacuated before with my kids when they were toddlers with a travel trailer with bunk beds, and it was our first time out in it, where we had a flood inside of it. There are some wonderful memories that I have during hurricanes surrounding your family. Other than that, they're not fun. So let's move on. But I just wanted to at least, you know, say that the majority of my week was kind of hovering around that. If we go back in time, the last I left you was last Sunday, and it was my birthday. And I cannot thank you all enough for the birthday wishes and the well wishes during the hurricane. Last Sunday, I sat here with my two good friends, Stitchy Linda and Jennifer from Sweet Chaos Farm. They were both safe, very prepared. So again, just another blessing. But that day, we recorded for you. We did a WIP parade. We had a really good time. I was given some of the sweetest gifts, basically like 2 sweet gift baskets, and I have some of those goodies to share with you. Not all of them, but some of them, and I saved them for today. We went to, after doing the FlossTube, we went to Yalaha Bakery, and they have a German deli there, so we had lunch together, and then we kind of parted our ways from there. I had a German homemade baked German chocolate cake that my daughter Carolina made. She is our culinary student. Well, not student anymore, but anyway, she's our little cooking guru. And I asked for a German chocolate cake because I love coconut, and it was delicious. I shared a picture of that, I believe. So it was just a really nice week, with the exception of the whole hurricane business. And even that, the weather, when the breeze picked up, there are things that are nice. And the day after, our temperatures dropped, for us dramatically, with very little humidity today. So the windows are open, and it's gorgeous. It feels like fall here, which usually doesn't always happen like this. So we are taking full advantage of the positives that came from Irma. Okay, so I had some really cute birthday gifts that I thought I would share first with you. I have one very special gift that Linda gave to me, and it is actually at the Framers. So I will save that for, I believe it should be back by next week, because I did get it dropped off Monday, right before everything we went into full gear prep. But I got from Linda the sweetest gifts, and she knows how I love the Blackbird items, so she gifted me this. I love red, my favorite color too. This was from Terry of the Old Needle Shop. She is in Groveland, Florida, so she's actually quite local. But I love this so much, so I'm not sure what I'm going to put in it. I have one idea, but anyways, she does finishing, so of course it's just my favorite stuff. And then, and I think I might have put the card up here, Linda grabbed me this cute little bag, which I have Blackbird fabric for my retreat, my retreat mat, stitching mat, and things like that, and my Blackbird project bag. And I think what I'm going to do is, a lot of times, just put some change in it, because I learned at StitchCon last year, there's a vending machine right outside where you stitch, and you frequent it quite a bit. So I think I'm going to hold this for some of my StitchCon goodies, or my retreat bag, where I can keep some hidden change and maybe a little, hidden cash. So these were, I believe this came off of Etsy. I will link the shop below, so that you can find it. But anyways, super cute, and I love this. So let me put those up there. And then, I love this. This is so special. So Linda stitched this, and I want to say she used the DMC 115, but I'm not confident. And then it's in this, I think it's Hands-On Design, the bowl. And so I love this so much. And this is the inside. And again, I'm not quite sure what I'm going to use it for. I have one idea. I have these really sweet little pins, but either way, I guess I was really super excited that this was actually finished by Vanna Pfeiffer, the Twisted Stitcher. I've never had anything finished by the Queen of Finishing. I know there's so many good finishers out there, but I have a personal connection to Vanna, and I just absolutely am thrilled that I have something that she has finished. So anyways, Stitchy Linda knows how much I love her and how much I love all these wonderful things. And then there is one that she stitched that is just super sweet, and it was a design by Scattered Seed Samplers, I believe, and I wanted to get that framed, and so I didn't want it sitting around and any chance of getting hurt, so I will share that with you as soon as it gets back from the framer. Okay, and then I had a really cool Halloween basket, and I swear Jennifer of Sweet Chaos Stitcher, she just knows my heart. She knows my belly. She buys me all the right candy. We both love black licorice, which is kind of hard to find. Not everybody does. We've discussed this before. But she put this cute Halloween gift basket together, and it had black crows, which are a candy that my mom and I love. They're basically like dots, but they're all black. She found this sweet mouse with the rolling pin. And I love the fact she can be out like all year in the kitchen. So I think I'm gonna keep her in my tiered tray, possibly. I'm not sure. I just love her so much. Look at that. So that was adorable. And her and I have a few things, Anna Lee dolls, but we're a little particular about the ones we love. And well, this. So she got me a witch Anna Lee mouse, and I love it. Look at the crow. She's got a little crow bird right there. I mean, so sweet. So, and I love the Anna Lee dolls, the reindeer and some of the Mr. and Mrs. Claus, but I love the mice. So, anyways, super adorable. And she got me a towel and just a great goodie basket, candy corn, a whole bag of candy corn. And I will tell you that besides stitching on my broom, I ate. Hurricanes, maybe they make some people where you're stressed and you don't eat. I eat. So she helped with that a lot. She helped with the whole candy corn binge fest during Hurricane Ian. So needless to say, I need to take advantage of this weather and get out and exercise or walk. Okay, what did I stitch on? Because I gotta be honest, the whole watching FlossTube, I watched Brenda and Laura. It was super sweet. They said happy birthday to me on their latest FlossTube, and it was good to see them back. And it's always just so fun that this community is just so good to each other. And yes, there can be some negatives, but for the most part, sorry, it's so positive. And they mentioned it was actually my birthday that day, so they're super sweet ladies. And it was nice that excuse me, I hope I don't have to go get a drink because I did one. Okay. Oh dear. Okay. I don't know why that happened. It happens to you every now and then. I'm like on FlossTube, and I wasn't prepared for it. And then my daughter Olivia drove down on Monday. She happened to work on my birthday, so she drove down from Gainesville, and she works at Bath and Body Works, and she brought me all my favorites. So I think she loaded, there must have been 5 candles in the bag, and of course they came in really, in great, now I can't talk. They came in handy, preparing for a hurricane. So I loved that. The house smelled amazing. She knows my favorites, and I love the fact that she, made the drive down, stayed for a few hours, and then drove back up. We made sure her tank was full, and we made sure she got right back up where she needed to be, and farther away from us was actually better as far as the hurricane was concerned. So, that was really nice. It was nice to have her for just a little bit and just sit. Sometimes it's nice when you no TV and you just sit and talk and take advantage of those couple hours. And I know that she was able to get the More Lincoln. She has her Etsy shop, the Crafting Bunny Company, and she has put more of the Lincoln bling in her shop. So I quickly grabbed those, and I did put a little I put a post out there sharing that they were back in stock because several of you had asked me, tell her she needed to, you know, put several in. So I believe she put about 14 Lincoln bling in her shop. So they are there now. And it just makes me want to get ready and stitch something patriotic. And I think the Twin Peaks Santa might be, we'll see, the perfect thing. But I have several things I want to stitch for Lincoln and they'll be perfect. Okay, what did I stitch on? I stitched on my birthday sale first. Let me get that out. We started on my birthday the Brenda Gervais with Thy Needle and Thread, A Witch in Her Garden. And I gotta tell you, this, I have enjoyed stitching on this so much. I did put it down during the hurricane because I did not want to make another mistake. I made one little mistake on the pumpkin stack, and I have one extra row, no biggie. I just added one at the bottom. But this is my progress, and she is just sweet, sweet, sweet. And this is, we're stitching on 36 count Vintage Country Mocha. I am stitching on the mottled side and Linda is stitching on the back side. So it'll be interesting to see what the two look like. I have the velvet, the pumpkin stalk, and the little stand, and I need to buy the paint for that. And I should have done that. I should have done that when I was at Hobby Lobby, but I forgot. And I am using all the called for floss. Chris Leedy, she is a friend of mine. She's a Florida stitcher, and she has already finished hers. So way to go, Chris. It is so adorable. Hold on one second here. There we go. And I never, because all these were dyed floss, I was going to use the floss drops that I got from Team Egner's shop. And they're all on dyed floss, so I just thought I'm gonna save these. I'm gonna save these for a DMC that I do enjoy putting on floss drops. So I saved these, but these are, man, that doesn't look very pretty, does it? They're kind of, there you go, well. All right, we're just gonna give up on the floss. They are beautiful fall colors. There we go. Poor girl, she's just dangling down there. But I will say that this has been so fun to stitch on 36 count. I will remember that 36 count Vintage Country Mocha I can see very well on without any issues. So I am having a good time. Tina, my good friend from Team Egner, also, I should note that she went ahead and reopened her Etsy shop. So she had a website, but I believe that she used to have a shop called Emily Ann's Closet. She has since then renamed it, but it's kind of the same shop. So you will see that she's got her floss drops and floss bling. Anyways, so check her out and make sure you know that she's relocated her shop to Etsy. So that should make it kind of easy. But anyways, this has been a fun stitch. There's a big group. There's Ginger Shull on Instagram stitching this. Chris Leedy, like I mentioned, is finished. Linda's stitching it. Jennifer, Sweet Chaos Stitcher, is stitching it. Jessica, Sweetwater Stitcher, is stitching on this. And there's many others. When I see progress, I try to share it on my Instagram stories so you can see how everybody's doing. And this is getting housed in my, hold on a second, Goose project bag with the Teresa Kogut witch fabric, which I love. I need another one of these. I'm finding that I like Halloween so much that I actually need, I'd be better off with more Halloween bags sometimes. So anyways, that is a Goose project bag. And I have one more project in here that I can't wait to start. I'm waiting for a little bit more information on it, but it's one of my favorite Primrose Cottage stitches. So it's ready to go, and they're sharing this project bag right now. Okay, so I stitched on that, and then I had shared 2 floss tubes ago a little story about working at school when I worked in a school district, and I worked in the kitchen, I worked in special education, I was an ESE paraprofessional for the most part of that journey. I worked in I worked in they have different codes for the classroom sometimes, but I worked in a mentally handicapped, it's called, it doesn't matter. They are self-contained classrooms, and they 10 different districts call them different things. So let me put it this way. The very first classroom I worked in, so I could be at school with the kids, was a life skills classroom. So they were very, 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 some were medically ill, but you were working on their abilities to do life skills. And I remember one of the greatest things in there was watching this little girl become, use the toilet, potty trained. And I know that sounds funny, but she was so proud of herself, nonverbal, and just so proud of herself. And when I think of school and when I worked there, I absolutely have great memories. And I loved the kids, every part of it. I loved the working with the, in the special education field. I loved working in the behavioral world, and I loved working in the first grade classroom with all them. And part of that was working as in the cafeteria as a cafeteria aide, because if you're a paraprofessional, and a lot of people, you have to do lunch duty. And so in there, I got to meet all the kids, and it was a really good time in my life. It was also a really scary time in my life, because that is when Philip started having seizures, and there was a lot of very there was a lot of uncertainty. And so these little things at school and elementary just were precious to me. So I read Room on the Broom to a first grade classroom over and over and over again. And then ultimately, when I homeschooled Philip and stayed home, I read this to him, and we love it. And I shared that it was a great book for your grandkids or for your kids, that there is rhyming words, repetitive text, all the things that you look for in a great book that you can use to teach. So out of this book, I had designed Room on My Broom, just in honor of this book, or as inspired by this book. I love hearing that so many of you are out buying it. I read a message today that said that she read it to her husband. And it's really sweet. And those things make me smile a whole lot when you share something like that. But I was able to stitch on this. It was the perfect hurricane stitch. It made me happy. It kept my mind off things. And this is my finish. So this is Room on My Broom. And of course you have all my fun buddies. So you've got Beulah and Matilda for the first time together. Most everybody got a witch hat. Most everybody got a witch hat. I have a new friend here, and this is Clara the cat. I had met a sweet lady named Clara. She's also Floridian, and I love this crazy cat, and it just has the cutest eyes, and I just thought Clara the cat would be a good name. Now, let me see if I can get in here. Most of this is DMC floss. However, there is a dyed floss right here and a dyed floss right here. This is Weeks Dye Works Oak, and this is Weeks Dye Works, I think it's Iris. So I had so much fun designing that little bat, and I love the moon with his nose. And of course Jeremiah's hanging on there. But I had so much fun. It is stitched on, I stitched mine on 32 count, and it is, 28 count casual gilded. This is the fabric. And so I originally had designed the moon in orange, or in a yellow. But I had to change it. So this is Weeks Dye Works Carrot. And so I didn't need it to pop off it like a white, but I had so much fun. There are French knots, just a couple for eyes, and long stitches for like the bat and the whiskers. The But anyways, it is available. You can find it on Fat Quarter Shop, where you can get what you need. It is in my Etsy shop. And anyways, now these, I had this frame. I got it at Hobby Lobby, had the frame, and I painted it. And then I had purchased these with the corner ghost from Chantel 141 Designs. And I just, maybe eventually I will paint them white. What I did was I just put them on with Tiki Tack so that I could remove them if I didn't like them, or if I was putting something Halloween in front of it. So these are on with Tiki Tack. And then I took it to my framer, Mike. I will tell you, I tried to do this myself. I was impatient, and I had sticky board, and I stink at getting it straight. I stink at it. So I literally took the picture, had forgot to put the apostrophe in, had to share that I didn't put it in, but it's on the pattern, it's on the design. I'm gonna blame it on maybe, I don't know, hurricane brain, if that's 55 and over brain, I don't know. But either way, let me see if I can get in there so you can see it. I just had so much fun. So, this is this. And I'm happy to see that people are enjoying it. And it was so much fun to stitch. I mean, it'd be fun to see it on 32 count, but I really enjoyed this fabric. I loved it. It was a great linen to stitch on, and that's 28 count Cashel hand-dyed gilded, Gilded, that I got from Brick City Cross Stitch. Okay, so that was so much fun, and that was my new release of the week. I also picked up before, and hadn't shared it because I was doing my birthday with Linda and last FlossTube, but I had got to pick up my finish of the Lizzie Kate that I shared with you that I finished. So that's that. And I think I shared with you, I had this frame, and I think it worked out great. It could have been up a little bit, but it didn't need to be. I love this green frame, and I'm so excited to have this for Christmas this year. So this was a kit. It was a 2007 special edition Lizzie Kate kit. And this was fun to stitch. So fun to just work in blocks. So that's that. Love it. Okay. At this point, I thought we could talk about what's coming up for October. So Sampler September, is officially over. I did not have a sampler finish, but I had other finishes, and I did get a good chunk of time on my Twin Peak Primitives Haunted House sampler, which was a sale from a year ago, and of course, I have not finished that. But I got a good chunk in, and I am still, now we're in October, and I believe there's a hashtag out there that is 13 days where you stitch Halloween for 13 days in a row with perpetual projects. I'm gonna check on that, and I will tag it on my Instagram, or I can put it below for you and put it in there, because that sounds fun to me as well, because I'm gonna be stitching Halloween for most of October. I don't think I have, I have a Christmas model that I would love to stitch, but I am still in the mood for Halloween, and I have a lot that I'd like to work on. So I will continue with Haunted House Sampler and keep working on that. And then my birthday sale, which started on the 25th, and now we are adding a new sale today. This is, hold on one second here. This is Casting a Spell Sal. So hashtag Casting a Spell Sal. It is hosted with, I'm not probably going to get them all right, but it's Stitchy Linda, myself, Sweetwater Stitcher, and Mary Warman. they are all on Instagram, and when I put out my first post, I will tag them all so that you have it. And if you go to Stitchy Linda's Instagram, she posted her first picture of this. So last night I was getting prepared and I wanted to go ahead and paint my box. So I got my box from Hobby Lobby. There we go, like this. I got it painted. I am thinking about possibly putting scrapbook paper on the bottom, just so that when I put it down on the table and stuff like that, and then I would just put Mod Podge over it and like seal it in there. But anyways, so this is your, one second here. Probably shouldn't have put it. There we go. I had to clean the glass today, but it looks like that. And when I watched Hocus Pocus 2 last night, this is what I did. I wanted to be able to watch it, so it worked out good to have something that I could paint on. I know that Sweet Chaos Stitcher, I think she shared with you her starts. She already got a start on it, and I have to decide today. I don't have all the called for floss, but I do have some of them, and I went ahead and just kind of picked out what I liked that compared, and I will be at Brick City cross stitch tomorrow. So if I haven't got to the other colors, I'll go ahead and get what I'm missing tomorrow. I'm sorry, there's a glare. There you go. I've got my, oopsie, I love this. Around. There you go. I've got the Crafting Bunny. This was one of my favorites, but I got the candy corn stuck. There we go. All of it's getting stuck on the, there you go, where you fold it. But anyways, we'll have to get this fixed. But it's so cute, that little candy corn charm and the scarecrow head and the leaf charm. But apparently I've got the tags messed up in it. But this is a new start for today. And it's only 4 dyed floss, so you know that's really nice, because when you don't have to buy a bunch of dyed floss, that's nice. And to have something really special when you're all done. So, and a friend of ours, Diane, I think Linda shared the story of how we were at our last bare bones retreat, and we all decided we needed to do this. And Diane ran out and came home with a stack of them and passed them out at the table. So we have been excited about this for a while, and now I have to pick my 30 count fabric. So what I have is, so maybe you guys can help me decide and put down what you think, but I have a Weeks Dye Works 30 count mocha. Let me put there's the Weeks 30 count mocha. I have a 30 count cocoa. I think I got this on eBay. Hold on one second, I'm not sure, because it only gives me the size and that it's 30 count cocoa. I swear they almost look the same. This one is Weeks and this one is cocoa. So this one's cocoa, and this one is mocha. So I got those two are 30 count. And then I have a 30 count pecan shortbread from, I got this Nimble Needle, but this is a little bit lighter. This is a Legacy 30 count pecan shortbread, which I have stitched on before and I like. This is a lot lighter than the other two. These are the choices I have for 30 count. So that would show up really good. I was trying to see what she called for. Hers is a little bit definitely light, and I'm thinking down in that dark box, maybe the pecan shortbread is the way to go. was trying to see what. 30 count Confederate Gray by Weeks Dye Works. Well, I didn't have that, but I had the Weeks Dye Works. Anyways, so if you had an opinion on that, feel free to share it, because that's all I have left to do besides grab a needle and start stitching. If you're gonna join us, you know, tag us in your picture. We'd love to see your work. Okay, then what haul did I have? I have to be honest, I only bought, I believe, not much, to be honest. What I did do was, when my daughter came down, whose birthday, Olivia's birthday is October 28th. A lot of my kids love Halloween stuff. I'm sure that came down for me, but her birthday is right there. And I asked her, she told me that she liked Witchy Stitcher, which I think is cute, because she's learning some of these designers. And so she shared with me, I said, well, which ones do you like? And she says, I fell in love with that new carousel one. So I said, okay, let's look at the shop and let's see what we like. So we picked two. And the first one, we both are coffee lovers, so we picked Death by Decaf by the Witchy Stitcher. She said she was hoping to have some maybe sizes like 5x7 to go around the big one I stitched her last year. And so we were trying to do that. But then we also picked up, because I know Heather liked this as well, the Vintage Halloween Carousel. Now, I don't know how I'm gonna find a frame like that, but I know that would be cool. So anyways, we grabbed two patterns from the Witchy Stitcher. I think that was it, right? Yes, and they have beautiful color patterns. So I grabbed that because we were just sitting and chatting, and I don't know when I'll get to stitching them, but I thought now, since I'm all done and didn't get, I got a lot accomplished, but we were doing a lot of other things too, and I don't have as many WIPs to show you. So I thought I could do a Halloween pattern parade, because I love a good pattern parade. So I have them out because I want to go through my box right now. I need to get a Halloween box, but right now I keep all of them in here, and eventually this will be for fall. But anyways, so if I thought I could just go through this box with you real quick. And the first one right out of the box is, last year I joined Crazy Annie's with Tiny Modernist, their Halloween Spooktacular. And so basically I had, oopsie, you got the floss, and you could pick how you wanted it, and I wanted each of them to come with the linen, so fabric. You could pick what you wanted, so that I did not have to go cutting it, finding it. So they are in no particular order, but I will show you what came, because I believe I have them all now. Yep, part 12. So here is number 12. I love this one. This was the first one. I really like it. I love this one too. Jack-o'-lantern. More like your vintage vibe. Moon, Black Magic. Spooky. Fright Night. That's very cute. I look at things a little differently sometimes now, and I'm like, to get the details in a mummy with white, it's tricky. This is Black Cat. Trick or Treat. He's adorable. Witch's Brew. And the last one, Happy Halloween. Okay, let me put those back in the bag. But see, they came with all the linen in each one. So hopefully, I had an idea for last year, but that never happened. But I do have a Halloween tree this year, not a black one, but it's my seasonal tree. And I took a video of it so you could see it. And I'll have Randy insert it at the beginning, which means you've already watched it, or at the end. Either way, I took a little video of some of the Halloween decor that I have. Anyways, okay, this is Holiday Hoopla. This is definitely one. Why have I not stitched this? I have the hoop, I have everything. So this is with a needle and thread. I just need to do this. It's little, it's small, it's fun. I just need to do this. I also have, this was a new one I got. I didn't have many of her mice patterns. So this is Scary Mouse. Let me pull the picture out since I already had it open. And I found this one on eBay. And how fun would that be to put with my, that mouse that I got? Like, you know, all my little witchy mice. So that is that. Again, I probably should just get this kitted up because it's mostly that green. We're gonna do that. We're gonna do that. I'm gonna take this up there tomorrow and I'm gonna get that. And I'll look into what she stitched on. We're gonna do this. I'm gonna add that. Okay, this is, I love this. I found this at StitchCon. This is by Cricklewood Crossing. Jennifer. Love her bags. I've shared them before. But I saw this and I thought of my daughter Olivia. So it is called Land of the Dead. Gone to Better Places series. So I like that too. And again, I don't think a terribly big stitch. Lizzie Kate. This was gifted to me and I love it. Let me pull it out because I am in love with this frog. Can you see it? So those are fun. And I like that bat too. I like all of them. Okay. And we have another Lizzie Kate. Adorable. And then I was gifted a few of these, and these are maybe not, they could be more fall, which I love. This I got from, this was a gift, a creative country girl, Tammy Blaylock. I love this. And this is called Blackwater Hollow Sampler. Love that. That's by Stacy Nash. Another one by Stacy Nash. See, now that's not big either. This is Haunted Stitches Needlebook. Trying to see how big. 40 count. 40 count, picture this plus. I have some 40 count by Needle and Flax. That would be good. I have, this is Homespun Elegance, which I do love. And this was another one from Tammy, gifted me Broom Riders. I swear, I'm just gonna challenge myself to pull one of these small ones out every single night and just go. That would be really cute in a dough bowl, like by the Blackbird Designs, the book. The Casting a Spell book, it looks like it would go with that stuff. I love this. I do not have many by Lone Elm Lane. This goes on a box, a shaker's box. I know I got it. This one I think I got off of eBay a while ago. It's called Halloween Resurrection. Love this. And you can see the back. It gives you a really good picture. is so good, so good. Okay, I shared this as part of my haul. It's been all over the place. I love this new one by Teresa Kogan. Look at that. Okay, now, if you, so I know so many people have, I was kind of late to the Blackbird game. And I've seen this stitched. Tina has stitched, I mean, so many people have stitched it, but Tina has stitched this, and I love this. I have been wanting to do this forever, and I should have started it for Sampler September. You know, I would just have a hard time taking it down. But this is called Midnight Watch by Blackbird Designs. Just absolutely love, love. And then we have Away We Ride by Blackbird Designs, because obviously I can see all of these on a wall together. Wondered. Yeah. Okay. That was from Keepsakes. Who knew? Okay, and then I grabbed this at Brick City last year, but this is just, it's a spooky, it's called Sleepy Hollow, and it was where you could turn into a drum or the whole thing, and it was by Tiny Modernist, so it was a series. And she gives you an extra design on the back for the tops if you do a drum. There you go. There's 3 rows, and then there's 4. So no matter what you decide to do, I mean, you can make something cute out of it, but I thought that was so cute. Again, I'm always thinking of my kids. So this is Waxing Moon Designs, and this is Midnight Manor. That's a fun black, just black work. I'm always looking for stuff I can take to my dad's too, that's just easy to see and easy to stitch on, and limited colors. I won this last year from Southern Yankee Stitcher. I have never done a Mill Hill. I kept telling myself I was going to, and I'm still sitting here and I have not started one on a Monday, because Mondays are Mill Hill Mondays. But I love this guy. He's the mummy. Okay, now I am at the, hold on one second, at the bottom here, I have a little more of the Witchy Stitcher. I love anything about a classic, so this is Sleepy Hollow, The Legend of Sleepy Hollow. I love that. I love anything that they've got with an oval frame. Finding them, that's a different story, but I do love that. So that's Witchy Stitcher. I also fell in love with a Stitcher Haunts here. One second, I'll show you. These are all PDFs. And the nice part is when you purchase this, a Stitcher Haunts here, she gives you 2 choices. She gives you this neutral choice. And then she also gives you, and it's very hard to decide, just so you know. To me it was. One second here. This version. And I gotta tell you, I love them both. But the purple is just awesome. Okay, then I have Through the Trees by Blue Ribbon Designs. I'm thinking that this actually would stitch up quicker than what I thought because of all those words. Just a guess. I have from the Cricut collection. This is number 260, and it's called Skeleton Crew. Of course, for Philip. I also have the Cricut collection, Hallows Eve, where everybody's dressed up. There you go. And then on Mama Witch Cross Stitch, that's M-A-M-A Witch X Stitch. I will show you. I love her. She did the family portrait, and I loved this last year. I've stitched one of hers before. It was that pumpkin girl, and I actually gifted that to my daughter so she could, Olivia, put it in her apartment. But this is Mama Witch Cross Stitch. They are so funny. Look at that cat. I also have a few more of hers. I just kind of keep them all together, even though they're not all Halloweens. But I have Dance, Dance, Dance with the frog, and then there's that like the pumpkin girl. And I really love this guy. Really do. Hold on one second here. This is Cast a Spell. Okay. Awesome. Look at that wizard. That's him. And Halloween Gang. So cute. I don't think I kept my pumpkin girl. Did I keep my pumpkin girl in here? Yes, this was the one I gifted to Olivia, and I stitched last year with Mama Loves You GB Pumpkin Gardener. And I did a dyed floss conversion that I shared. But anyways. Okay, now that does not conclude all the Halloween patterns that I have. I have Universal Monster Sale that I have up in a basket I need to pull down, and I will do like I usually do, which is go through, I said witches, go through and pull all of my kitted up stuff that I have not started. I have Poltergeist Pirates, and I will get all of my basket that sits near me, and I will pull out all of the Halloween things that I've already started, kitted up, that are in project bags, and I can share those with you next time. But as far as my patterns go and where I keep them all, that is my pattern parade. And I would love to take the 13 days, these first 13 days, and this is, there's a lot of hashtags for October. There's Dark October Stitching, and if you want to check out some of that, you can check out Emily C's. There's some really fun things in Halloween. You can check out the Black Needle Society. There's tons, but I did like the idea of the 13 days of spooky stitching. I will try and find all those hashtags and put them at the end for you, and certainly be using them on Instagram as I move through the month of October. Okay, guys, I am going to go enjoy the weather. I'm going to join Randy and Philip, and we're going to go do something today and just get out of the house. We've been in it a lot with Hurricane Ian, and again, thank you so much for your kind prayers, wishing us well and for us to be safe. And this community always blows my mind. The giveaway, I'm so excited that someone claimed the Lori Holt planner. So I have that. I did not make it to the post office, so if you are the winners watching, I'm sorry. A lot of things really shut down by Wednesday, so I will get all of that out in the mail. I have a couple of packages that need to go in the mail. And then this week's winner, if you want to just use the word broom, and I would love to gift you room on my broom and my newest pattern. If you are not a Halloween stitcher, then by all means you can tell me that and pick something else. But for the keyword for this week's giveaway, use the word broom. And you know how it goes. You need to be 18 years or older, and you need to not use words like giveaway, winner, or draw. And other than that, guys, have a great week. I hope you start a new sale. I hope you stitch with a friend. Smile, it's contagious. And other than that, don't forget to floss, guys. Did that come out right? No, that did not come out right. Let's try that one more time. Otherwise, I will hear it from Randy that I goofed up his favorite part. All right, guys, don't forget to floss. Bye.